Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy. I'm live to come to this reaction, live raw reaction for the Arsenal draw, frustrating draw at the Emirates. That game, man, what a roller coaster it was. Oh my goodness, what on earth? Why? I don't even know where to start, people. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. But obviously, we need to start somewhere. So unbelievable situations that we saw today. And I say that to say this. Let me start off here. It's not looking good on the injury front. Losing Declan Rice looks like a calf injury. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm gonna try to get some sort of update through the Twitter sphere, or should I say X? But yeah, man. Bro, where do I even start? It's all so basically. Son is now the new the new nemesis. He's now the new striker nemesis that yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to deal with. What can I say other than that? But yeah, let's go into the game, people. Unbelievable draw, and we had it. The game was there. Gabriel Jesus missing. Just oh my god, to put so much emotion into it. Why? Why put so much emotion into it? I don't understand. Jesus Christ, if only you just had a little bit more composure, Gabriel Jesus. You done brilliant to get the ball off Madison, and then you go and take a shot like that. Jeez, man. Anyways, Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2, on goal by Romero, of course, through brilliant work done through Saka. And yeah, and then a penalty, 2-2. And the goals we conceded today, I tell you what, I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it. I mean, the first goal in itself was crazy. The way how this kind of split open through our defense, no one picking up Son's run. How could you not pick up Son's run? Son is one of the most lethal players out there, lethal strikers. You know what he's gonna do. He does it week in, week out. He's been doing it for a few seasons now, even against Arsenal. And you don't pick up his run. Like that's the only thing that disappointed me about Saliba and Gabriel today and Ben White, just the defense in general. Like, how are you not going to pick up Son's run? Like, that goes without saying, man. This guy, my goodness gracious, bro. Like, just man, what can I even say? Like, getting on a score sheet twice against us, almost, you know, looking like he could potentially get himself a hat trick. And yeah, man, I'm super frustrated. I'm mad frustrated because, like I said, this game was there for the taking. It would have propelled us up the table. It would have did all of these wonderful things that you want to see. They came in good. I'm not gonna lie, possession wise and midfield wise. I'll be honest and I'll be real. Like that midfield there is dangerous, people. That Tottenham midfield is dangerous, and I said it. I said the Tottenham midfield is it's going to be a tricky game, because this midfield that they have is a different type of midfield. You got athletic players, you got players that have quality. They genuinely have quality and they have pace. So you're looking at a slightly different approach to the football that Tottenham is going to play. And look, by all intents and purposes, Van de Ven, I said he's a good centre back from what I was hearing in terms of the first initial games. He looks like he's a good centre back in a sense. He played well. Udogie, he hung in there in terms of first initial sort of onslaughts from Saka, and Vicario looks like a decent keeper as well. Kulusevski, Johnson, this was one game that was too difficult for him to kind of get involved in and whatnot. But yeah, man, Tottenham's got a different midfield still. They got a solid midfield, with legs, with drive. They've got an engine, and obviously with Madison there complementing everything, and you know, getting those through balls and feeding Son. It's a different type of attack you're looking at. It's a different type of midfield you're looking at. From a balance standpoint, what I saw today is that Postacoglu's definitely got these guys playing football, man. But I say all of that to say this, man. With us, mad, 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 mad move when Rice came off. I couldn't believe it. Looks like Declan Rice has picked up an injury, a calf injury or some sorts. It's not looking good, man. Declan Rice, bro. We've got Declan Rice potentially injured. We've got Thomas Partey injured. We've got Gabriel Martinelli injured. Right now it's looking like a Mazzoline. Like it's looking like a real, these kind of first team injuries start piling up, and then you're looking at these uh squad players coming in and just absolutely not being up to the speed and not being up to the pace. Jorginho, what a mistake. I mean, what was he thinking, bruv? What was Jorginho thinking? Holding on to the ball there and just moving sluggish. Like he had so many options of passes. It's like, bro, Jorginho coming in, you're supposed to shore everything up. You would have had your speech with a team, with a manager. You come in as a replacement immediately in a half time, and then you go and do that. You literally gift Tottenham a goal at the Emirates, North London derby, bro. Oh man, I can't believe that, bro. I can't believe it. And now this is what man's gonna have to deal with now. This is like these injuries and that these things that are gonna start to really, mash us up in a sense, because I'm telling you, uh once you start losing these key players, it becomes tricky. It really becomes tricky. Like Zinchenko for me, even like bro, Zinchenko. Uh, Listen, Zinchenko, he had a solid game. I'm not saying he didn't have a solid game in a sense, but I didn't see those cutting edge passes. I didn't see those, uh, split defense passes, those kind of vertical passes that you normally see from him. It was a bit weird in a sense because you felt as though he wasn't really playing in the midfield. Even though he was playing in the midfield, it was weird to see. But yeah, man, bro, jolting, man, possession and all of these things. Like they had so much possession. I didn't understand why we couldn't get the ball off them in the first half, in the second half. I just didn't understand. But clearly, it just goes to show, the tactics that Postecoglou is implementing. It's live all. It's live all. I'm not gonna lie. It's live all. Like they had more possession than us in this game at the Emirates. How is this possible when we are the team that are effectively trying to be possession based? Like, how is this possible? The quality of the players and in terms of the goals we score, and even our goals today, obviously, except the penalty in itself, that goal, there was major elements of luck to it. That Saka deflected goal, like it was like, bro, how are they having more possession than us at the Emirates? How is this possible? How could it be possible that they have like the control of the midfield that we saw? If anything, it should have been a case where maybe, I don't know, Jorginho should have started with Rice instead of Fabio Vieira. I think that would have shored things up much more. And I think that was the key potential error that he made. I think Rice should have started, or Jorginho should have started. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. or essentially maybe he should have came on in a very, in a very sort of pressurizing moments of the first half where we clearly saw that Tottenham's midfield was, it was a serious midfield, bro. It was I can't even lie. That's not like that midfield there is capable of things, and clearly this is why we see, them doing what they're doing, and effectively, getting away with these kind of wins and grinding out these results and stuff like that. They've got a very good attacking midfielder in Madison, very good striker in Son, and then some solid legs in Basuma and Sa. That's just the honest truth about it, And I think that to an extent, in terms of midfield wise, we surrendered the midfield because we only had, Declan Rice kind of, um, covering that midfield. Like it's that's bro. At the end of the day, I don't know, man. It's crazy, bro. The game was that game was a hard watch. It was a very hard watch, people. And to a certain extent, I think Mikel kind of regressed in certain aspects from what we've seen. Even that Smith Rowe substitution. Yeah, I get it. Obviously, Saka was injured in that, but why are you gonna do that to the boy, man? You might as well just make man finish like 4 minutes, like 4 minutes. Throw him up front, then. Don't be throwing him like into the 4 minutes to go just because a man got essentially he wasn't even gonna play then. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you can't bring him on earlier than that. From the moment Saka held the foul, you should have said, all right, cool. That's a dangerous foul. Let me bring on Smith Rowe immediately. But then you hold on. Saka can't continue because he's wobbling, and then you want to bring on Smith Rowe. 4 minutes to go. I don't know, man. I just think I don't know, man. Starting Fabio Vieira, he wasn't effective. Like he was not effective in this game. We need Ivan Toney. We need to buy Ivan Toney with immediate effect, people. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the guy we need. If we're gonna go and win this league and challenge for the Champions League, this is the guy we need, bro. Do you get where I'm coming from? 50 million, 60 million, 70 million, 80 million, pay that. I'll be honest and I'll be real, just pay that. Because if you check it and you deep it, like these stats, they won't lie. They really won't lie. And look, like it's like 11 corners, bro. And what did we do from those corners? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing from 11 corners. Like I said in it, there's many things that could have happened, should have happened, many things that would have made us win the game and lose the game. But when it's all said and done, I'll be honest and I'll be real. We need a center forward, not just because from a standpoint of like it's just everything, bro. Holding up the ball. I think Nketiah, to be honest with you, had a poor game for me. A very poor game today. Eddie Nketiah for me had a very, very poor game, bro. I'll be honest and I'll be real. Let me know in the comments if you lot agree. But for me, Eddie Nketiah, he had a poor game today, bro. And I'm not saying he didn't try hard and stuff like that, but I just felt as though he didn't look as, he just didn't look as committed. He didn't look he didn't look as hungry as other players looked. Why is that? Why are you not looking as hungry as you're supposed to look? Why are you not trying to like first half? Okay, second half, I would agree. Second half, I think he did a little bit better. Eddie Nketiah in the second half. But overall, Eddie Nketiah bro, he was getting on my nerves in this game. I'll be real. Eddie Nketiah, like, bro, nah. If Chelsea beat us to the signing of Ivan Toney, it's a disgrace. Big disgrace. I'll be honest and I'll be real. If Chelsea beat us to the signing of Ivan Toney, It's a disgrace, and we need Ivan Tony or someone of that, you know, to win the Premier League, to win the Champions League. We need someone like that because the way this man is playing football and the way how he's got his team set up, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking like Tottenham might try to do a thing and challenge. But he's got people like Brennan Johnson starting their, debuting and starting their careers against Arsenal. Like, and his substitutions were decent as well. Like, it's a serious situation now. I'm not gonna lie. At first, people were saying, "Oh, you lot, they ain't faced no one serious and this and that." Well, now they faced us, and they could have won this game. This game could have went anywhere. It could have went any like. There were certain moments. Gabriel Jesus, though, how are you missing that chance? Oh my god, you done amazing work to get the ball, dispossess Madison, and then you go and shoot like that. Hey, this wild and rash and just calm down. That's a placement. All you gotta do is just place that. It's right there. The goal is right there. It's gaping. I don't know if whoever's gonna watch this has ever played football. Some of you would have, some of you wouldn't. But like when you play in this like the goal is huge, bro. It's you v the keeper, and you go and do that. No, my goodness, nah, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, fam. It's so poor, such a poor finish. Last week you finished with a thunderbolt, one touch, one shot, bang. And this is what you go and do today. You go and shoot like that. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Sky into row Z. Bro, come on, man. Seriously, man. Seriously, seriously. It was poor, bro. That was very, very poor. And to be honest with you, I'm like a deflected goal and a penalty. Like, we didn't score from open play today. We did not score from open play today. Arsenal did not score from open play. Yellow cards everywhere. Yeah, yellow cards everywhere. And it's like, bro, I said before the game, coming into this game, I said like Tottenham stats are looking better than our stats. Like, I'll be honest and I'll be real. Tottenham stats are looking better. And that's just the honest truth. And even in this game, when you look at it, more possession. Okay, one shot on target less than us, 13 shots apiece overall. They had more touches than us. They had more passes than us, more tackles than us, more clearances than us. Obviously, the corners is where we could have capitalized, but because we don't have the profile of player, right? In order to capitalize, how is it possible that we're going to capitalize in this particular department? We can't. So we need to address it. Mikel Arteta needs to address it. Edu needs to address the fact that we don't have a striker, a centre forward, you know, that is able to make use of this particular stat here. Yes, they had yellow cards more than us and conceded more fouls than us, but the stats don't really vary even in those departments as well that much. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be real. Like, this game here, Tottenham will come out as the happier team. Clearly, obviously, they're playing away. And we should be extremely frustrated with that and slightly concerned from an injury standpoint, concerned from a just I don't know, like Arsenal's at times we just look like we're confused in our gears, gear one to gear two, and then we might just go into gear four and then back to gear two. Like, bro, just be gradual. We need to remove those players and the manager as well. He needs to remove the emotion out of the game a little bit. He needs to do that because all of those rash finishes, like the one you saw from Gabriel, the one you saw from Havertz, the one you saw from Nketiah, the ones you saw from Nketiah. It's just too much emotion. Even Nelson, he won't come and take a shot and sky it to roll heaven. Why? This is not last season. Last season's finished now. Last season's done. Yeah. Last season was, this ain't last season. That was emotional season, free flowing football, counter attack and all of this jazz. Like today, this season, we're trying to be more resilient. We're trying to be more cohesive, and we're trying to be, have more endurance and not concede. And there we go. We conceded. David Raya, for me, he still had an excellent game. I'll be honest and I'll be real. In terms of him collecting the ball, in terms of him distributing the ball, I didn't have no issues. Yes, some of the distribution in times went wayward, but overall, brilliant saves. Like those saves that David Raya made, that save from Madison, was it Madison? No, it was from Brennan Johnson. That save from Brennan Johnson is probably going to be the save of the month, potentially, maybe even save of the season. I don't know, because he had to kind of claw it back. You lot let me know in the comments. But I think for me, it's going to be, right up there in terms of highlights, and definitely solidifying. When he did that, I said, I was watching the game. I said, uh, Ramsdale's career at Arsenal, it's not looking good. After that, it's not looking good. And Ramsdale is a G, because when the camera was panning to him throughout the game, he was very supportive. He was applauding his teammate, his fellow goalkeeper, and all of these things. These are the things you want to see. These are the type of aspects that you want to see, because it shows what kind of dressing room Arsenal has. Look, I'm not gonna overreact with this draw here, but effectively, it's two draws now. You know, and we are starting to see that gap with Manchester City. So I say that to say this, like equal points with Tottenham. We don't want to be like them. We don't want to be here. We don't want to be in these places. We don't want to be out here trying to do the whole top four business and all of these things. Like, bro, please allow it. Yeah. We need to get to a point where, we need to get the injured players back, get them fit again. I'm sure Thomas Partey shouldn't be too far away from returning now. You're looking at El Neni potentially, having some sort of say in terms of, brother. I'm not gonna lie. After today, I'd rather see El Neni coming into the midfield than Jorginho. I'm sorry, Jorginho's suspect, bro. Very suspect. He's too vocal. He's trying to do the whole vocal thing. Go over there. And that is what potentially made him lose focus. You're already playing under pressure. Like, what are you doing? Hmm? Like, what are you doing? It's a poor, 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 poor goal to concede. Extremely poor. Like, I'm super disappointed in him. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Jorginho for me is gonna get when I do the player ratings, he's gonna get a poor rating for me, because man can't take them type of errors anymore, bro. Not at Arsenal, not anymore, bro. Sitting behind them now in fifth place. Look at that. Gaps being created. We're on 14. You got Brighton on 15 points, going above us. Liverpool 16 points. Liverpool is effectively now challenging Tottenham, City. And yes, I know it's early in the season, but bro, when you check it, when you deep it, like, raw, 6 games in, it starts to get interesting. This game here, we won this game last season, and effectively, this stops us from confirming, or stops us from achieving the stat that we all wanted to see. A better overall return in terms of games and wins in a Premier League after 6 games, as opposed to last season. We didn't see that. So that's something that we can't be cheerful about, as they say, and we can't celebrate. But yeah, man, look, man, I say that to say this, like, bro, you lot are gonna have to pattern up Arsenal, yeah, because now you're looking at Declan Rice potentially out for a few weeks, and yes, we have a little look at the end of the day. Like I said, it's not a major issue, because it's a draw. We didn't lose the game. We'll never lose to these lot at the Emirates. Let me just make that very clear. I never for 1 second, I was fearful that they might nick it. Of course, you're going to be fearful. Man will be a liar if like people were lying if they said they weren't going to be fearful. But at the end of the day, look, I knew we weren't going to concede. It would have been a catastrophic situation if we conceded in dime latter minutes of the game. So I wasn't fearful that we would concede a winning goal. I was fearful in a sense, but I wasn't scared. Like, oh my god, like this is it. Like they're putting mad pressure and they're gonna woo 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 and get the win. No, no, no. It wasn't like that. But yeah, man, I say that to say this: we shouldn't make too much. It's super frustrating. It's a North London derby, but we shouldn't make too much out of it because look, it's a win, and it's a draw in the first kind of tough period or tough, moment of the season leading up to these 6 games. We've got a win against Everton. We've got a win against PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League, and we get a draw. Yes, very upsetting, very frustrating, but it is what it is. In terms of obviously, dissecting it again, it's like, raw, man. Jeez, man. Couldn't you potentially have started someone else? Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, he looked lively today. I'm not gonna lie. He did look lively. I said in my previous video, Fabio Vieira is not ready to start games yet, especially against this level of opposition. He's not ready. He can come in as a substitute and create an impact because more time. It's a second half. Opposition is, they're tired. He's got space to kind of run into a little bit more. You can. He's had time to study the game. There's players that just simply perform better when they can see the game a little bit and study it and understand. Okay, cool. This man is doing this and that man is doing that. When those things, like when you have that skill, you need to. Obviously, he's not going to tell the manager. He's not going to tell Mikel, "Oh, I want to come in as a sub." And but sometimes it's like you as a manager, you are supposed to identify that, bro. You're supposed to identify that. And yes, we can look at the aspect of him playing against Everton away, and you kind of say to yourself, right, yeah, he's ready. But bro, he's not ready. Look how many times Fabio Vieira went down today. Like, it's either he's just super, super weak in general, or he just does it because he knows he's small framed and he tries to win fouls. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, he keeps getting hit in the face. Like, he keeps going down. These players just overpower him and all of these things. Like, bro, come on. You have to be stronger than that, mate. You have to be stronger than that. You have to be tougher than that, my boy. Come on, come on, come on. You have to be stronger than that, bro. Huh? Fabio Vieira, I'm sorry. Player ratings wise, he's gonna get, his ratings are not gonna be, they're not gonna be decent as well. Like, they're not gonna be decent. I see people talking about the handball from Romero. Was it not? Was it a penalty? Yes, it was a penalty. Um, I'm sorry, but that was a penalty, bro. His hand is not in a natural position. So so what what do you want a man to do other than give the penalty? You have to. Like, what is this? Conceding a goal after what? After what? A minute or so it was. Tottenham's second equalizer today came just 23 seconds after they kicked off following Arsenal's second goal. Look at that. Like, how? How is this possible? Huh? And you got these dons here like doing the most. Like, bro. Oh my days, bro. Look at this, bro. Man want to come to the Emirates and do our mad celebrations. And by the way, Saka's new celebration, the bullseye thing. I like that one there. That one there is nice. I like that one there. Um, but yeah, look, I say all of that to say this, man. We we came out second best in this derby, bro. We really did. I'm really sorry. They replied to the goals, they responded well to the goals. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, even, when you look at certain uh sequences of play, Tottenham were better. Like, they simply were better. As you can see, we're looking at here the response from Aaron Ramsdale in regards to David Raya's brilliant save. As I said before, potentially one of the saves of the season that you're going to see because he's had to kind of claw it back. And then, yeah, it kept us in the game and it kept things kind of ticking. But yeah, man, look, man, I say all of that to say this, people. Almost half an hour into it, Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2, disappointing draw. I want to leave it here 30 minutes. And yeah, man, we just have to put this one behind us. We did come out second best. I personally believe that. And we have a lot of issues right now in terms of injuries. You know, they're starting to secretly pile up. Didn't see Tomayasu today. Was Tomayasu even on the bench? Why did we not see Tomayasu make an appearance? Let me have a look. Was Tomayasu not in the bench? Yeah, Tomayasu was on the bench, but he chose not to bring him on for some reason at all. Even Tomayasu, bro, I'll be honest, I think Tomayasu would have played better in that midfield than Jorginho. I'm really sorry. But yeah, people, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know your views, your thoughts on this draw. Very frustrating, very disappointing draw. As I said before, all of the points, you know, that I touched on this about this game, I think it's fair to say a lot of you would agree. A lot of you potentially will disagree. But yeah, man, all in all, I think we came out second best, and we got a lot of work to do in terms of, you know, structuring the team. Now we're going to see the depth come in, structuring the team in a way where we're able to replace the uh, injured players with good, adequate depth as much as possible. And it's as simple as that, bro. It's as simple as that. I will be very upset if we see Declan Rice, you know, even being a month injured, let alone anything more than that. Hopefully, it's a week or two. If he is injured, hopefully it was a precaution. They took him off. Whatever. I don't know. Declan Rice is the type of player that you know he's gonna tell the manager, "Look, I want to play on. I don't care, man. I want to play. I'll play with one leg." And then just probably they just overrid it and said, "You know what? Cool. We're gonna override and take you off just as a precaution." Listen, I'm gonna leave it and keep it there, people. Um, as I said, player ratings to come up. Please look out for that. And yeah, we go from there, people, man. Disappointing draw, man. Jeez, man.